doing quite well for himself. The reason I point that out is because oftentimes when we talk about salvation, when we talk about baptism, when we talk about Jesus, we do it from a standpoint that only poor people need Jesus. The other thing is that they are not sinful or messed up people. The eunuch is riding in a chariot, already reading the Bible. Cornelius already has relationship with God. As a matter of fact, Peter coming to his house is a result of a conversation that Cornelius and God are having. Actually, Cornelius and God have already gotten it together. It's God that has to go and talk to Peter so that he can change his heart to do what's necessary to do. Sometimes the work isn't on the folks out there. Sometimes the work is on the pastor. Sometimes the work is on the stewards and the stewardess. Sometimes the work. Can you imagine that Jesus had to go and talk to his apostle to go and do ministry for somebody that was already praising God, already had relationship with God, even so much that God went and interceded and spoke on his behalf. Again, it turns our theology upside down that God only goes to folks who are all messed up and raggedy and broken down. No, sometimes God goes to those folks who have relationships. Sometimes God goes to those folks that are actually doing all right and doing pretty well. We got to break our theology to think of this poverty and poor theology that only is applicable and works for people that are drug dealing and drug addicted, for folks that are broken and broke down. It's why I love these scriptures. It puts us in a position where both people are not heathens. They love God. They're studying the scriptures. They're praying. And yet God still has a desire for them to receive the gift of baptism. In so much that in both stories, he calls on his servants to go where those who are in need are, to be a blessing to them. Did you catch that? The eunuch don't go to church. Cornelius don't pack up his whole household and go to the synagogue. But it is God's leaders, inspired by God's direction, to go to where the people are, to baptize them where they are.